What if the secret to a really strong marriage wasn't about some huge romantic gesture, but something, well, a lot more simple, like a weekly meeting? Today, we're going to dive into this really interesting framework called the Covenant Marriage Plan. It's a structured approach from the book Covenant Marriage that's all about building this deep, profound unity, one week at a time. So let me start by asking you a question, one that this material really gets you thinking about. Are you and your partner operating like a real team, totally in sync? Or does it ever feel like you're more like two really good roommates who just happen to share the same house? It's a question that really gets to the heart of a super common challenge in relationships. And there's actually a name for this challenge, the silent drift. It's this idea that couples don't just, poof, fall apart overnight. Nah, it's usually the slow, unintentional drift. Day by day, little decision by little decision, you grow apart. It's so quiet, you might not even notice it's happening until you look up and realize there's this huge distance between you. So, what's actually causing this drift? Well, according to the source, it's not the big, dramatic arguments you might think. It's something way smaller and way more common: isolated choices. It's every time one partner makes a decision on their own without any real input from the other, whether it's about schedules or money or even just little plans for the day. And you can really see the two paths this creates. On one side, you've got those independent choices. What do they lead to? Well, confusion, wait, I thought we were doing this, resentment, and this growing emotional distance. But look at the other side. When you make choices mutually, you get the total opposite. You get alignment, you build trust, and you create this incredible sense of shared responsibility. Okay, so if making choices on your own is the problem, what's the fix? Well, this is where it gets really practical. The book proposes this single, really powerful solution, a specific, scheduled habit that's designed to stop that drift in its tracks and build a whole new pattern of unity. And here it is, the weekly planning meeting. Now, the key words here are calm and structured. This is not supposed to be another stressful thing on your to-do list. Nope. It's about carving out dedicated time to just get on the same page and, bit by bit, replace that old habit of making solo decisions with a new habit of planning things together. So, what does this actually look like? The idea is that you both come to the meeting ready to kind of open up the books on these key parts of your life. We're talking about your calendars, the finances, what your priorities are, both as individuals and as a couple. You talk about your plans and, maybe most importantly, the pressures you're both dealing with. It's all about putting everything on the table so the team can see it. And this is where we get to the really critical point. This weekly meeting, it's about so much more than just logistics. It's not just about who's picking up the kids. The real goal is to actually engineer a fundamental shift in your mindset, to move from constantly thinking in terms of me to always thinking in terms of us. This quote from the source just says it all, doesn't it? The whole point is to, and I'm quoting here, break the pattern of me versus you and replace it with us together under Christ. The core idea is to completely reframe every problem. It's no longer a fight between the two of you. It's a situation that you, as a unified team, are going to face together. And when you build this habit of checking in with each other, the meeting becomes this amazing protective barrier. It's like a guardrail for your marriage. It protects you from those selfish impulses we all have, or those impulsive choices one person might make on their own. It creates this built-in pause button for accountability and unity before any big move is made. So, what's the end game here? What's the ultimate goal of doing all this? Well, according to the source material, it's something they call covenant unity. This isn't just about getting along. It's a deep, intentional oneness that you have to actively build and take care of over time. The source ties this really practical habit directly to its spiritual roots. The argument is that this weekly practice is basically a training ground. It's how partners learn to actually think and act as one flesh, a concept of unity that comes straight from Genesis. It's about taking this big spiritual idea and making it a real, tangible thing you do every single week. And here's what that unity looks like when it's really working. This is the foundation that this whole practice is designed to build. It's a partnership where every major action is chosen together. Every big decision is made together. The whole direction of your life is set together. The new default for everything becomes unity and love. So, when you boil it all down, the core idea is that this deep unity isn't built on huge, flashy gestures. It's built on the small, consistent discipline of just making choices together. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. what is the smallest shared decision you could intentionally make with someone important in your life this week? It's a really powerful place to start. Thanks so much for tuning in.